true man wants two things, danger and play. For that reason, he wants woman, the most dangerous plaything. Friedrich Nietzsche. They didn't lie to you outright. That would have been too obvious, too easy to catch. No, they layered the lie beneath poetry, fairy tales, and songs that sounded like truth. They told you women were grace itself, born closer to heaven, guardians of tenderness and unconditional love. They told you that your strength would be incomplete without her approval, that your manhood would be validated only through her acceptance, and you, like millions before you, swallowed it because the lie tasted sweeter than the loneliness of facing life as a man alone. But truth is never sweet, and Nietzsche, long before the world degenerated into worship of illusions, dared to carve the truth into stone. Woman is not yet capable of friendship. Women are still cats and birds, or at best cows. Brutal, yes, but cruelty does not cancel reality, it exposes it. He saw what few modern men even dare to whisper, that most women move not by loyalty, nor by reason, nor by devotion, but by instinct. An instinct older than love, older than civilization, older than language itself. The instinct for security, survival, and advantage. She does not love you the way you imagine. She loves the way a sailor loves the wind, not for what it is, but for where it carries her. If the wind weakens, she will adjust her sails and find another gust. No hatred, no malice, just necessity, just nature. You were trained to believe that women are the moral backbone of society, that they are naturally more selfless, more nurturing, more pure. But Nietzsche laughed at this delusion. Everything about woman is a secret, and everything about woman has one answer: pregnancy. Understand this, and the veil lifts. She does not love you for you. She loves what you provide: strength, stability, a future she can anchor herself and her children into. When you fail to provide it, when you falter even slightly, her instinct does not tell her to stay. It tells her to move on. And society, ignorant or complicit, will applaud her for it. You were not told this because a man armed with truth is a man they cannot control. A man who understands the nature of women is immune to the manipulations that fuel entire industries, from dating apps to divorce courts. They sell you dreams because dreams keep you compliant, dreams keep you weak. But Nietzsche offered you something far more dangerous than a dream. He offered you clarity. He taught that to love women, you must love them as they are, not as you wish them to be, not as saints, not as redeemers, but as creatures of nature, fierce, instinctual, survival-driven. Respect them for their cunning, for their resilience, for their ability to adapt, but never mistake it for unconditional loyalty. And if you refuse this lesson, if you cling to the myths, you will suffer the fate of so many before you. You will build your castle of hopes on sand, and when the tides of reality come crashing in, she will not drown with you. She will climb atop the wreckage without guilt and sail onward without a glance back. When going to women, do not forget the whip, Nietzsche said, not to hurt her, but to remember your own power, your own worth, your own sovereignty. The truth about most women is not that they are evil, it is that they are practical, relentlessly, mercilessly practical, and if your strength serves them, they will honor you. If it falters, they will replace you, not because they are cruel, but because nature does not reward weakness, it punishes it. If you want to be loved truly, you must first be respected, and if you want to be respected, you must first master yourself, not just your body, but your mind, your illusions, your desperate hungers, your blind faith in myths designed to enslave you. This is the lesson Nietzsche tried to hammer into a deaf world. Face women with open eyes, love them if you wish, but love them awake, because the man who dreams is a toy, and the man who sees clearly is a king. But most men don't want to see. They beg for blindness. They cling to the illusion that if they are kind enough, generous enough, devoted enough, she will stay. They become emotional beggars, offering loyalty, protection, sacrifice, and in return hoping for the bare minimum of affection. Nietzsche would call this a form of spiritual slavery, to worship something that does not worship you back. That is the ultimate degradation of the soul. The man who fights for women, Nietzsche warned, ends up becoming her plaything. And that's exactly what has happened to millions of men today. They fight for her love, her attention, her validation, without ever asking if she's earned theirs. They forget that love, to be noble, must be mutual. Men are starved of self-worth. They have been trained to believe their value is measured by how many women want them, or worse, by how much they suffer for a woman who barely sees them. She doesn't care about your poems. She doesn't care about your sacrifices. She doesn't even care about your pain unless it threatens her comfort. This is the truth no one wants to say. Women do not fall in love with the man who needs them. They fall for the man who doesn't. Not because he treats them badly, but because he does not orbit them. Because his life is his own. Because he doesn't beg, he builds. Because he does not ask for love, he commands respect. Nietzsche never told you to hate women. He told you to rise above the illusion of them, to pierce through the cultural fog that portrays them as divine saviors, and to see them as they are, complicated, calculating, sometimes beautiful, often dangerous, and always driven by their own hidden logic. And once you see them clearly, the power returns to you. You stop chasing validation. You stop interpreting temporary affection as eternal commitment. You stop pouring your energy into someone who only sees you as a ladder to something better. You start choosing. You become selective. You ask not just, is she beautiful, but is she wise? Not just, does she desire me, but will she stand by me when I fall? Not just, can she make me feel good, but can she respect my mission? Because if the answer is no, you walk away. No explanations, no pleas, no tears. You are not here to be consumed. You are not here to entertain. You are not here to bleed for those who cannot match your depth. This is the new man Nietzsche dared to imagine, not broken by women, not bitter about women, but free from illusion. A man who loves only what is real. A man who stands with power, not just in his body but in his soul. A man who would rather walk alone in truth than sleep in the arms of a lie. So let the world mock you. Let the world say you're too cold, too logical, too hard. It does not matter. Because when the illusion fades, and it always does, those who laughed at you will be the ones crumbling under the weight of betrayal and confusion. But you will remain, unmoved, unbroken, and more importantly, finally awake. Because in a world addicted to illusion, the man who sees clearly is dangerous. He does not chase, he builds. He does not plead, he walks. And in doing so, he becomes everything they said he needed a woman to be. If this video opened your eyes even a little, then don't let it end here. Like the video to support this message, share it with a man who needs to hear it, and subscribe for more brutal, honest truths no one else dares to say. If you believe in building stronger men through clarity, not fantasy, support the channel through the link in the description. Your strength starts with what you choose to see.